What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dummy Man. I'm coming at you with another video. When it comes to Dragon Age the Veilguard, this was a monumental disaster of epic proportions for everybody involved in this subject. Whether it was EA, BioWare, or even the Dragon Age IP, the game was a monumental disaster, never even being able to peak more than 89,000 concurrent player base. We have constantly seen just how bad this game performed. And when we come over here, we even know that it underperformed according to EA's own standards, having to admit that this was a disaster and having to admit that ultimately it was a monumental flop for them. We ended up seeing that the actual director of the game left BioWare. Now, whether that was willingly or being forced out, that is still up for debate, but as of right now, we know that she left, and following her, his, whatever you want to call it, departure, we ended up seeing, well, yeah, the rest of the whole BioWare team also was leaving. Senior BioWare writing and editing team laid off after Dragon Age the Veilguard failure, and we come over here, BioWare reportedly loses most of its staff with less than 100 people left. That is what happens when you focus in on intersectionalism, identity politics, woke virtue signaling, all the buzzwords that we can think of right now when promoting a video game and making a game. Because guess what? This was a game that should have been a monumental success, but because they focused so hard on virtue signaling the entire time, people were very easy to pick out every little moment and point to, well, you didn't really care. You went in with an agenda from the get-go instead of actually trying to develop a good story and a good game. You wanted a virtue signal and push your politics all day and night. And a lot of this was because, well, we come right on back over here to the fact that the director wanted to do this. Corin Bush wanted to push this stuff. He, she, whatever you want to call it, wanted to push this stuff at a fundamental level. And the funny thing is, normally in most of these industries, when you have a monumental disaster like this, you get blacklisted, you get kicked out of the industry, you get acknowledged that, hey, I did a bad job and I probably shouldn't be hired in any other part of this industry. I should just be relegated to riding on blue skies the whole time. Well, doesn't seem to be the case in this situation, because our good director, Corin Bush, is now working over at Wizards of the Coast. Dragon Age the Veilguard director Corin Bush hired by Wizards of the Coast for Skeleton Key Studios after leaving BioWare.
Well, I'm out, guys. If this is what's cool now, I think I'm done. I no longer have any connection to this world. I'm gonna go home and myself. Goodbye, friends.
These people always fail upwards. These people are never out of the industry, and it makes perfect sense that Wizards of the Coast, which is a highly progressive company that pushes this nonsense all day and night to the point that we literally have wheelchair ramps and dungeons, would hire this person. But why don't we get into this? And a move that has sparked immediate controversy and proved that it's more than possible to fail upwards in the gaming world, Wizards of the Coast has reportedly hired Dragon Age the Veilguard director Corin Bush to work at its newly formed Skeleton Key Studios. This development, first reported by Diversity in Dragons and later confirmed by YouTuber Smash JT, suggests that the Veilguard director has quietly landed a new role despite producing the most notorious bomb in BioWare's long-running RPG history. I want you guys to realize how bad this is. When I come over here to acknowledging that they're down to less than 100 people, BioWare is only making one game right now. They're only making Mass Effect. They're not making any other game. They're only focusing in on Mass Effect because that's how big of a flop Dragon Age was. Dragon Age the Veilguard killed an IP, borderline killed a studio, and now, after seeing what this director can actually do, after seeing what this person is capable of, yeah, Wizards of the Coast just comes out here and says, you know what, we're gonna hire you because you have this great filmography behind you. Look at all these games that you've worked on. Oh, ignore the fact that you just basically killed and gutted BioWare. Ignore that little fact. We're just gonna hire you on for our company now to continue pushing our ideological belief structures. That makes perfect sense now, doesn't it?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Boucher left BioWare shortly thereafter, claiming that it was a voluntary move. This came just before BioWare gutted the entire studio, laying off most of the activist writers who worked under Boucher on Veilguard. According to Smash JT, an anonymous source within Wizards of the Coast discovered Boucher's name listed in the company's internal team's organization charts, confirming the hire before any public announcement was made. The source reportedly expressed great frustration over the hiring. "I'm not pleased about this turn of events," the source reportedly said to Smash JT. And I wouldn't be either. This is quite literally hiring somebody who just destroyed a monumental company, who was a part of the degradation of a massive IP. Even if it was a little bit more niche, it still was very massive, had a massive fan base behind it. And guess what? Look where it is now. Look what happened now. And this is a proof that you only fail upwards in these industries. You never fail downwards. You never get kicked aside. You always fail upwards. You were able to destroy an entire studio. And now look at where you are. Still got a nice comfy job over at Wizards of the Coast. Still are going to be pushing your progressive values all day and night. And still are going to be allowed to do whatever the heck it is that you want to do. Well, welcome to the modern gaming industry. It's just a wonderful time, but I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Shout out friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video live, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.